The fresh air rule was once standard practice in nursing homes, hospitals, and long-term care facilities across the Western world. Before central heating, sealed windows, and modern HVAC systems became the norm, institutional care for the elderly and infirm followed a rule that today sounds radical, but was once unquestioned. Rooms must be ventilated with outdoor air at all times, regardless of season. Windows stayed open in winter. Beds were positioned to catch drafts. Cold air was considered a treatment, not a threat. If you study early 20th century nursing manuals, public health records and facility blueprints, this rule appears again and again, enforced with discipline and confidence. Fresh air was treated as a medical tool, not a comfort preference. From the late 1800s through the 1930s, nursing homes, tuberculosis sanatoriums, and elderly wards operated under what was often called open-air nursing. Medical authorities believed stagnant indoor air weakened the lungs, slowed recovery, and invited disease. This belief was not fringe theory. It was institutional doctrine taught to nurses and administrators. Elderly patients were wrapped in wool blankets, layered clothing, and heavy quilts, while cold air circulated freely through open windows, even during snowstorms. During winter epidemics, open-air wards often fared better than sealed ones. This fact is, quite well documented in public health journals from the early 1900s. The elderly, who are especially vulnerable to respiratory illness, benefited most. The cold did not kill them. Poor air quality did. The rule did not disappear because it failed. It vanished because modern infrastructure made it inconvenient. After the Second World War, energy costs, central heating, sealed windows and mechanical ventilation systems reshaped institutional care. Comfort became defined by room temperature rather than air quality. Nursing homes were redesigned to retain heat, reduce labour, and cut fuel costs. Medical training shifted focus toward pharmaceuticals and climate control. The discipline required to manage layered bedding and constant ventilation was replaced by thermostats and sealed environments. Over time, fresh air became optional, then discouraged, then, honestly, just forgotten. No formal declaration ended the practice. It simply faded as technology advanced. For those living through winter today, especially in cold climates, this history offers practical guidance. The lesson is not to freeze indoors, but to separate body warmth from air quality. Cold air itself is not the enemy. Damp, stagnant air is. You can maintain warmth while allowing controlled ventilation, just as nursing homes once did. Cracking windows for short periods during winter refreshes indoor air without losing structural heat. Sleeping in a slightly cooler room while using layered blankets improves sleep quality and reduces overnight condensation. Heavy bedding, wool layers, and insulated sleep systems allow the body to stay warm even when ambient air is cold and clean. Heating the person instead of the room is an old but efficient strategy. Pre-war nursing homes focused on insulating the patient, not overheating the space. This approach translates well to modern homes during winter. Wearing insulated clothing indoors, using wool socks, thermal underlayers, and heavy blankets reduces dependence on constant high heat. Hot water bottles, heated stones, and bed-warming techniques were once standard tools, and they remain effective today. By allowing rooms to stay cooler while maintaining ventilation, you reduce mold risk, condensation, and respiratory irritation. This is especially important during winter when homes are sealed tightly and moisture builds unnoticed. Fresh air management matters most at night during winter. Historical nursing practice placed special emphasis on nighttime ventilation. Patients slept for long hours, breathing the same air repeatedly. Open windows ensured oxygen-rich air and prevented buildup of carbon dioxide and pathogens. Today, sleeping in sealed rooms during winter recreates the very conditions early institutions worked to avoid. Even modest ventilation during sleep, paired with adequate bedding, can improve breathing, reduce morning congestion, and lower illness risk. This mirrors the logic that guided institutional care for decades. The lesson was never about comfort, but resilience. The fresh air rule was part of a broader mindset focused on durability, adaptation, and long-term health, rather than immediate comfort. Nursing homes once assumed cold was manageable, but disease was not. That perspective aligns closely with survivalist thinking today. Comfort systems can fail. Fuel can run out. Air quality remains critical regardless. Understanding how institutions once kept vulnerable populations alive through harsh winters without modern technology provides a framework for personal preparedness. It reinforces the idea that resilience comes from systems thinking, not convenience. This knowledge remains relevant as winters grow harsher and systems more fragile. Power outages, fuel shortages, and aging infrastructure make the old practices newly relevant. Knowing how to balance ventilation and warmth without relying entirely on modern systems is not nostalgia. It is preparedness. The fresh air rule offers a tested, historically grounded approach to winter living that prioritizes health and adaptability. If you found this breakdown useful and want more deep historical knowledge applied to real-world survival, subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles and share this video with others who take preparedness seriously. History only matters if we use it.